Rocco can't even talk. He's so stunned.
You need a stone?
That's gonna fall over. Wait. You're seeing live shit happening.
Get a stone.
Look at that. Look at that.
You might have to pull it towards you.
We're professionals here.
How do you feel about that?
He feels
How's
great.
that work
I think
for
that
you?
works.
Welcome to the podcast, everybody.
Whoa,
Hey.
what a start. It's like, hey, Johnny's like, okay, we're going to go live in 3, 2. That just broke. Fuck. That broke.
Wood
It was
cracked.
seriously 3, 2, 1, crack. Like, what just happened?
You're watching the Mega64 podcast on a hot Sunday night.
So hot.
You're here with the Mega64 boys. This is the #1 podcast on the internet.
That's right.
Yeah, that's true.
It was the #1 video game podcast, but we've gone
Surpassed
even
that.
bigger.
Transcended that. And once we started doing all that Mr. Bean talk, we transcended games.
Yeah.
Yeah, now we've
Outside
taken over the
box.
entire internet.
Yep.
It's kind of annoying because we do anything and we say anything and it's just all over like all the news sites. And
TMZ.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, they said this today. It's like, yeah, I know. I say
Yeah.
things.
And I
God.
feel sorry and sad for Joe Rogan.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
he's
Bless him.
basically going away. Basically, well,
Flush down the Texas toilet.
yeah.
No one talks about him anymore.
Did a Texas
you know?
two-step down the drain.
He,
Yeah.
he OD'd on ivermectin. I think he's turning into a worm now.
Yeah.
He got it
And,
from a doctor. He told me.
And we're not. We're
No.
we're alive and healthy.
We're taking preparation H to
So
kill the
far, so
virus,
good.
and it's working. Why don't people want to talk about it? It's working?
Any kind of virus.
Do people take preparation H to fight non-hemorrhoid related issues?
I do. Let me tell you, it worked. I took preparation H. I had an IV running through me the past 3 weeks.
Through the kitchen sink at it.
I had a liver transplant.
Yeah, but what was wrong with you?
Just headaches.
That's what I,
Took care of it.
because I currently have one of those. So I'll
Yeah.
get rid of my liver if that's what it takes. Let me know.
Do you still have headaches? Do you have headaches a lot? Still?
My head right now feels like it's going to explode.
Really?
Like, it's right here, hurts so bad
Oh.
that like I honestly almost messaged you guys like, hey, I can't come today. My head hurts too
Wow.
bad.
Does it happen a lot still to you?
Isn't this like
'Cause
every
you-
week?
I feel like you
Yeah.
used to always talk about you always had a headache.
It's gotten better,
Okay.
but it still sucks.
Still-
I think once a week I get a really bad headache.
Yikes.
Sometimes
I
more than
wasn't
that.
sure, yeah,
Do you-
because I feel like I do feel like I hear about it less than I used to. Which
Well,
is a
I
good
think
thing.
I also stopped complaining as much to you guys
okay.
because you've heard it.
That's
Do you think it's like malnutrition or
I think I know. Like, no, I don't think it's that.
stress?
He's healthy, though. I mean,
No,
I can feel him. He's thick.
No, that doesn't sound healthy.
No, I mean, like here, you're thick, you know? Like,
I
damn,
think,
pitching arms.
I think maybe if I don't eat, I'll get a headache or whatever. But I don't know. Just
are you
today,
hungover?
no, I don't. I haven't had like actual.
when was the last
alcohol
time you drank a ton?
A ton?
Or you had maybe some form of hangover, or you had
The last time I had a
some effect. You know what I
hangover
mean?
probably was over 10 years ago.
Really, it's been that long.
Maybe.
that
The last time I
conscious,
had like
yeah.
an alcoholic beverage, I was at my dad's house like 2 weeks ago, and he had sparkling water, so I grabbed one and I took a sip and I opened it like, oh, it's hard seltzer. I just didn't like read. I just thought it was a seltzer.
Shit, you're going to
Which-
jail, bro.
Which celebrity endorses it?
White
Which
Claw.
which
It
seltzer?
wasn't White Claw because I would have noticed that. It looked like just a regular can of like seltzer water.
Was it truly? Which one? Is it the one Dua Lipa?
No, it was. It's
promotes?
from. It was made with pride in Hawaii. Don't know the brand, but it tricked me, and I opened it though. I'm like, well, I already opened it. Like I can't like just dump it because that's rude. Like they spent, so I drink half of it, but I don't know.
Wow, peer pressure runs deep.
Shit.
Yeah.
You don't want to waste it, dude.
Speaking of
How
my
was it
dad's
wild?
house, he today was like, all right, Sean, come on over to the pool. I'm making steaks tonight. And I'm like, Dad, it's
Hell yeah.
fucking Sunday.
Oh yeah.
Like for the last 15 years of my life, Sunday
Yeah.
nights, I can't make it.
Yeah.
He's like, I already got the steaks marinating. I'm like, don't. So now my family's over there. Everyone's there.
Now I know
eating-
why you have a headache.
Eating steaks.
FOMO.
And Jenny, thank God, was like, I'll bring you home some steak, which I appreciate. But it's like, Dad, why? God damn it. It's Sunday.
Yeah,
This isn't new.
yeah, my family does that every now and then too. Every now and then there's a thing where it's like, yep, we're all doing this Sunday. I'm doing a podcast.
I mean, literally 15 years. Every Sunday.
You get the headache.
I'm busy.
Did you get the
can,
headache after your dad
No, I
invited
had it
you over?
I had before that.
Oh,
You can
okay.
take a night off if you want.
I know, but I mean, what do I say to you guys? I'm missing the podcast to eat steaks.
Yeah.
Well,
I
Literally.
mean, I
Family's
really
the most important thing in this
have
world.
It is
Sean.
very
reacted
important.
at all.
I'd be like, hell yeah, enjoy it.
well, that's true. It is now September, so it's birthday pandemonium.
Oh,
in my
I
house.
forgot. Are we already at birthday hell month? We're already there.
It's not hell month. It's just a lot of birthdays.
Oh, sorry. I'm gonna call it what I'm gonna
Yeah.
call what I see.
But I just don't know. Like, if I may have to miss a random week here out this month. I don't know.
Shut up. I'm going to explain to everybody. For everybody who it may be new to the Mega64 podcast, maybe it's something you found fairly recently. Every year comes a month called Birthday Hell Month.
But Rocco,
That's my title.
calls it this.
Nobody calls it that.
No,
one
yeah,
calls it.
I'm calling it that. Where
It's fitting.
there are maybe 300 to 400 birthdays at any given moment during the month in Sean's vicinity, whether it be his family, his friends, whatever. There are so many birthdays in September that Sean's schedule is torn asunder. He literally can't attend anything else.
And just in my small household, I have 3 of the 6 of us in my household have birthdays within 12 days of each other. 3 birthdays in 12 days of each other. So it's just a
Combine
lot.
it.
Each one lasts a week. So
Yeah.
it doesn't even mathematically work
No.
out.
I don't know why Rocco is complaining on Sean's behalf. This just seems a little weird.
Because he's not allowed to do it.
Say figure
I'm
it
not
out.
allowed to.
Every September, I see him rocked by these birthdays. He doesn't look like healthy. I want to make sure
I never look healthy
the
for the
complaints are
record.
voiced.
And
You
also, we
can't-
don't get invites anymore. I don't know what's about.
Yeah,
about
what's up
that.
with that? We're not even allowed to
You
go.
fuckers never RSVP'd
Oh,
and
wait.
never came. You went to a couple, Garrett. You
Okay,
did. Garrett,
thank
you
you.
did a couple.
Thank you.
Sorry. But and honestly, it was like, you don't want to come.
Well,
Yeah, they were intimidating.
There's a lot of people.
The invitations, there were so many activities that I was like, I don't know if I could handle. And then I'm not going to know anybody at the party
You know me?
except for Sean, but
Yeah.
you're going to be busy and I'm going to be in the corner at a children's birthday party, the brown guy with the mustache. It's a bad, I don't want to
there were other
on
brown
my
people when I
conscience.
went.
I went one time. I've said this before. I went one time and got a shot that we used in our Konami video for 2012 for Metal Gear Rising. I got a shot there and I went, whoa, I feel really lame. I went to one and all I did was get material for Mega64. So I pulled a Godfather and threw cash at Beckett.
and he was
It
stoked.
was, you break the camera, you throw a couple $20 bills at it. That's what I did. I broke his heart. I had to throw it.
Yeah, Beckett's heart was broken.
He knew I was there for corporate
He was
reasons.
like, I can't, this fucker ruined my
He
party.
said,
That's what he said to me.
I know he's here for corporate reasons. I
That's
said,
exactly.
And from
Hey,
now
make it
on,
right.
Yeah.
Make it right.
Beckett looks at Rocco as if he is the Godfather. He just
Yes.
gets the gangster vibes.
He just
Dude,
really
that guy
respects
one
him.
time he came to my birthday was like a gangster.
Yeah.
He was like the mafia.
He keeps trying to kiss the ring, but I don't know. It's like,
He doesn't
I
even
don't have a
one.
ring. Stop.
Anyways, we'll
Kept
find it
putting
later.
the fucking orange rind in his mouth, smiling
Yeah.
at me.
Yeah, I was chasing him in the garden.
Chasing
and
him around
I haven't
the
been
garden?
feeling too good since then. Theme song.
And we're back.
Okay.
We're back, and
Welcome.
as we were doing the theme song, we were starting to hear creaking
Yeah.
on this microphone
This-
too. We could be looking at all microphones destruction
falling.
during this hour.
This set is falling apart.
Yeah.
yeah.
What's
Whatever.
your shirt say? Bait?
Mm-hmm.
Are you like, what kind of bait are you? What are you baiting?
I'm the cheese.
Who's the mouse?
That's a clothing company. That's not that's,
Bait is a clothing
Wait,
company?
I'm the cheese is
Oh.
a clothing company?
No, Bait is a clothing company.
Bait.
Oh.
Okay.
So I don't get it. Are you the bait?
Yes.
In this scenario, yeah.
I went to
Look at him.
there was a pop-up for Tamashii Nations in LA who make all the SH figure arts. Thank you for bringing this up because I wanted to talk about some figures that I picked up.
Hell yeah.
fuck
Let's
yeah.
do it.
It's a pop-up,
I went
right?
up to Santa Monica. What's that?
This was a pop-up store?
It was a pop-up in LA, yes.
That's cool.
Just for like a month, they're doing this where you can get all the SH figure arts in one store, and they had exclusives, stuff that you can't just easily pick up. So you're going to be blown away by this.
I'm ready.
Lay it on me.
I'm
God, I
buckled
should
in.
have brought it
Blow me.
on here. I feel bad I can't show you.
Blow me
I
away.
got an exclusive, can't get anywhere else.
Nope.
Goku.
figure.
So
You finally got one of those.
Yeah, translucent hair, like he's mid-transform.
Wow.
As opposed to that opaque bullshit they keep doing. You don't want that. You want to get that kind of like crystally translucent effect. So I got that.
You finally got your first Goku figure.
No,
You know what I love?
It's not your
Can
first.
I think
say
that
something?
I think that might be 35.
Shut
Can I say
the fuck
something?
up.
Yeah.
Having dabbled in toy making recently, I noticed that a lot of variant figures do the clear plastic.
Yes. Easy variant. Yes.
That is the easiest thing. That's just the plastic with nothing else added to it.
Yeah.
And time and again, I see,
Translucent.
here's like the invisible one.
Yeah.
It's a rare variant. It's like, well, you
Yeah.
just worked less hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just took the mold and didn't add any color to it.
To be fair though, with the Goku one, very actually excellently painted figure. It's only his hair that is translucent, and they added like a pearlescent effect to it. It's just his hair. The rest is painted really well, so they didn't take the easy route.
So-
Oh yeah.
No, keep going.
Well, I was gonna say though, that brings up an excellent subject. Anyway, it was fun, and they did a collaboration with this company or whatever, and I'm sure
Bait.
But yeah, Bait. They make all kinds of stuff. But you got me thinking about translucent variant figures. That you're right, they do that all the time. That's an easy thing that toy companies do. Oh, we want to have an exclusive at some event. Make it a clear variant version.
Yeah.
I will
Lazy.
say 9 times out of 10, I pass on that. I'm like,
Same.
"Meh."
I always thought that was lame.
There are 2 in, I think, history that I look back on as, you nailed it. That you were right to do that. Actually, you know what? I'm going to say 3. One is, I think at one point they did an exclusive Predator, and it's like they,
Okay,
like
that calls
he's
for it.
translucent in the jungle. Okay, fine. You get a pass on that. One of the most legendary exclusives of all time. People out there know. If you're old enough, you know about this. Star Wars. What was it? If you ate enough Lay's potato chips, you could send in the UPCs. So you had to get fucking fat to get this figure. No,
Well,
no
you
one,
didn't have to eat them.
Well, you could be like,
Can I
just had
guess
to
what
buy
it
it.
is?
I think sometimes they would check.
Can I guess what the figure
you
is?
could be like a 10-year-old boy in a family of like 4 and save up. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's not how I handled it.
The
Yeah,
only
anyways.
figure I could think of that would be cool translucent is Obi-Wan being dead.
Bingo.
Okay,
Back
that's
then,
cool. That makes
because
sense.
it was Power of the Force. Those
Yeah.
were all the figures they were doing. That was the only way to get it. Was Force Ghost Obi-Wan.
See, that's cool.
And
that makes sense,
and
though. That's in the movie.
Made sense, exactly. So that, and then the other one I'm going to say is one year. I want to say Comic-Con 2001 or 2. They did Adam from Evangelion. They did a
glow in the
translucent,
dark.
glowing Unit 1 that was meant to be Adam from the original Neon Genesis Evangelion. So that way, and it worked. It looked like
Kaido.
it. So those are the 3 I can think of where they did the clear thing right. All the rest.
I'm gonna add to that. I got you beat.
Okay.
I recently got into like those old Ninja Turtle variants. They had like baseball Leonardo. They had pro wrestler Michelangelo.
right.
Well, I found out that they did the Universal monsters.
Yeah.
Like Frankenstein, Michelangelo.
I thought I had
and
those.
Dracula, Donatello.
Yeah.
Well, they made Invisible Man
That's cool.
Raphael,
Oh.
where he's all shrouded and wrapped up like the Invisible Man, but they made him in clear plastic.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh, that's
that
sick.
thing goes for like $600.
Oh my gosh. I
That
didn't
thing
know
is
that.
so expensive.
Damn.
So if you have one lying around, send it to the P.O. Box.
Yeah, we'll take it.
Care of Derek, Mega64. We'll take it. We'll take it off your
Yeah.
hand.
If
We
you're,
will.
if you're not using it, we can use it.
Oh, I shouldn't have said the price on eBay.
Shit.
I always loved a gimmick that came with a figure. I remember the Masters of the Universe figures from way back when I was a real small kid. Stinkor smelled like a skunk. Like
Oh, yeah,
the figure
Stinkor.
stank.
Are you serious?
Stinkor.
Yeah.
That
Yeah, I
sounds
love
like
that.
how is that a selling point?
I sat
Sorry,
and huffed
Mom.
it.
Oh my god.
I would be like, Skeletor's gonna
That's where your problem started.
beast mode your
That's why you're so fucked up now. You huff too much stinkor,
dude.
bro.
That thing was like
Yeah, you got that Stinkor?
Bro, you got high
sickening.
off stinkor.
I remember when I was younger too, they put out a squirt gun that had smells. Do you remember that?
ew.
You could add some.
Yeah, I think it was called Poo Poo Blast.
Yeah, it was called Boom Boom.
Wait. What?
No, I don't remember what it was called. Maybe some people watching know. But there was
It was called Pistols with 2 S's.
It squirted
it
you
was
with
a squirt
liquid?
gun, and you could mix smells into the
Pistols.
You could mix smells into
Like piss.
the water.
You could just pee in a super soaker and make your own if you think about it.
So
homemade pistol.
they had like super stink like blast and stuff like that. Like it was anyway, as a kid, I saw that and I was like, oh my God, I need that. Did not think about anything beyond just it looked cool in the commercial.
Yeah.
And then I would say so many of my friends in school
Smelled
got
bad?
it and had a fiasco with their family. Like, yeah, my mom just she
I
threw
sprayed
it.
my mom. She got mad.
Yeah, she threw it away yesterday. I'm like, what? You have it? And it was in my. It made my room smell like garbage, and we had to get rid of it. And every kid that I talked to sold me on it less and less. Yeah, we had it in the backyard, but my dad thought an animal died, and so we kept looking, and it was like no one had fun with it at all. I was like, no.
I remember the
that's awesome.
the squirt guns with the ink in it that you'd spray your friends and they'd be covered in the red or blue ink, and then it would go away eventually, which it didn't really go away.
Oh, it didn't?
No.
Oh, bummer.
You ever had those? Because like you'd spray someone and it would fade, but it was still like a remnant of like
I
It was still
remember
there.
toys in the 80s and 90s would claim to do things that they did not actually
No,
do.
they just didn't do.
And I was always getting toys like creepy crawlies. Make your own toys. And it
Yeah.
would never work. And I just have like this gelatinous stuff on my
Yeah,
fingers.
those creepy crawler things.
Oh, I had
I remember.
that shit.
I thought that would be so cool because that was basically like an easy bake oven for boys.
Yeah.
you make bugs and stuff.
Little latex bugs.
But yeah,
right?
you would just like melt it and it smelled terrible.
Yeah, I had creepy crawlies and enjoyed them to a point, and then they did Power Rangers ones, which I loved because that they kind of had that in the show. The Finster would make monsters out of his little oven or whatever. So I was like, oh, that's cool. And then one day I overcooked them. I kept them in there too long, and it grossed me out so bad I never wanted to play with them again. You know, because it like burnt them, and so they were kind of crispy and kind of melted to the thing, and that smelled so bad it like put a negative thing in my brain. Yeah, I went through toxic shock.
The smelly guns, good, but smelly Finster oven,
No,
not
bad.
so good.
Not
Maybe
so
bad.
good.
That's why
No,
we just play with software now. It's nice and clean.
Yeah,
Yeah.
video games don't stink.
Smells great.
Well, they do, but not in a literal sense.
Yeah.
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 Speaking of
Figurative.
video games that stink, we were at PAX this past weekend. That's a joke. All the video games there were awesome. They had a lot of
They had
indie
a stink
games.
or based game. Oh yeah,
They didn't have any stink based games, which is probably my main complaint.
Yeah.
We had so many indie developers come up to our booth
Yeah,
and
yeah.
just
Rad.
say hello
Yeah,
and
that's
say thank you for being here, and Mega64 rules, and
Wow.
you guys are like gods to us.
Whoa.
And we're so glad that Garrett and Sean didn't show up because Rocco and Derek and Meg are our favorites.
I believe
Yes.
They had these crazy eyes.
that. Wow.
A lot of people going up to Meg going, "Oh, Main Girl's here."
I
Yeah.
believe that.
That's inappropriate.
And I was like, I'm right here.
Yeah, that was a little weird.
So I was
But yeah.
half joking. No,
Did
people
Yeah.
missed you guys.
Well, that's
Yeah, they
nice.
did.
But
missed
we
them.
did have a lot of people really happy to see us at PAX. It was such an
Yeah.
outpouring of positivity
Yeah.
to our face,
Yes.
which was awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had a wonderful time.
Yeah, we really didn't. I mean, understandably, we didn't know what we were in for before going. The people at PAX reached out to us like they do every year, and we talked with them, and it's like, okay, yeah, we're going, and they were doing all the necessary safety stuff and whatever. It's like, okay, cool. But it was always a question of like, I don't know anything about like how many people are coming or what's that
Yeah.
going to look like when we get there? Is it going to be just like a couple people like, oh, good, you showed up, great, or what?
Well,
But
PAX is, upwards of how many people in previous years? Like 70,000?
something like that. I think something like that.
That's what I
This
heard.
year, I don't know what a group of people looks like when I see the convention. I don't know how many people are there, but I would assume at least 10,000, right?
Yeah,
Wow.
I thought
Maybe
I
20,
thought it was
maybe 20?
half. I thought it was at half, but I don't.
35,000?
I was not given that information. I'm not sure.
That did not look like 35,000 people to me. I'll tell you that. It was, this is what I could say to give you an idea of the attendance.
Okay.
There weren't, when you go into PAX, there's that giant escalator and it's basically like a huge line.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That
it's
like
packed.
you get in there and it just like takes you all the way up to the
Yeah.
top. That line wasn't there. there were people
Yeah.
there, but you could like walk up those escalators. You
Yeah.
know, it felt kind of sparse. It felt kind of nice.
Yeah.
To be honest, I like going to those smaller conventions.
Yeah.
I think my favorite conventions that I've ever attended have been 10,000 people or less.
Sure.
Sure.
Yeah.
So yeah, this was a reduced PAX. They asked us to do the keynote,
Yeah.
which
That was so cool.
thank you very much. We had very little time to prepare for that, and
Yeah.
yeah, Rocco,
But-
you were kind of like the archivist. You pulled up so many photos from our past.
Some that I was like shocked.
Yeah.
I don't remember like some of these pictures are like
That's
of
the
me
best
in high
part,
school
yeah.
holding this like musical notebook. Like I had never even seen that picture before. Like,
Seeing
Yeah.
stuff for the
I
first
forgot
time.
about some of those
Well,
as
we
well.
were we found out about this a little bit last minute, like you were saying. I was in the middle of finishing something here. There was a project we'll talk about later, but there was a project we were trying to finish here before we left for PAX. And so they told us about it, and it was like, Derek, okay, I'm tied up with this. I would love to work together on this, but what's a way we can do it? Well, Derek wrote this awesome speech. Derek has a perspective on things when it comes to the overall, what am I trying to say here?
Well, let me just say, I wrote that speech, and
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
hard for me to, because we were both asked to do the keynote.
Yeah.
And it's hard to write a speech for two people
Yeah.
to give at the same time.
Yeah.
And so I was writing it along, just being like, I don't even know what to talk about, honestly. I
Mm-hmm.
had no clue. You helped because you collected all these past keynotes and sent them my way. And you were
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
well, this is what this person did, this person did, this person. And I watched them, but I was still like, well, I don't think we could do a keynote like any of those. 'Cause
Yeah.
those were really successful, famous people in the video game industry.
Mm-hmm.
And, well, Aaron from Game Grumps did one.
Mm-hmm.
But I still felt like our story is not like the Game Grumps story. So
Yeah.
I just felt like, well, I'm just going to talk about who we are and kind of where we came from.
Yeah.
And, but then about halfway through, I brought it to you guys. I was like, I don't know, is this right? Like, is this good? And so then we kind of figured out, well, how can we like both, double team this?
And it was but what I thought what your perspective was that I thought was good on that was you kind of doubled down on it's because we're not those other groups that we've actually found success. You know what I mean? Like we found our own success by actually embracing how independent we are and our versatility through, whatever, like you found that through line. And I thought that was kind of cool.
Yeah,
and
I really
so-
like that part.
And so, so you came up with all that kind of stuff. And then, I had materials just from like the studies we had done for our book, and like stuff I dug up for that. So we kind of teamed up on that. And in that way, Derek wrote that awesome speech. And then I kind of had all the little materials to go with it and whatever. But I thought that turned out really cool.
Is it on YouTube? Did they put it up here?
I don't know if it is. I think it's on their Twitch channel.
Okay. Because they put them all on YouTube eventually, though, right? Or is that only on Twitch?
I'm not sure.
Well, if you can find it,
It's beautiful.
yeah,
Maybe
Garrett.
we'll try to get that up on our archive channel or something.
Garrett and I were working here, and we were put it on as we were working, and it was really. I mean, honestly, like I feel like if you're a fan of Mega64, you should watch this. It was very insightful. It was very good. I was really proud of these guys. It was good. It was really fun.
It was something that I've heard us always talk about over the years, the perspective of like how we come up, Derek. Like that I've heard talked around the office, but I don't think I've ever heard that told in a story to the audience.
And it was
like that.
interesting, like, because obviously,
great.
like, it was talking about, like, how when we first started doing it, how, like, we were really struggling, like, we had no money. And we were trying to figure out anything. We quit our jobs to do this, but now what do we do? And it was, like, that was super interesting. And we never talked about that on the, we kept doing the podcast through that, and we didn't mention it because that's not fun. But it's cool to, like, go back now and look at that and be like, oh, man, like, that's crazy, I don't know. It was cool. So you should if you can find it, check it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember when we moved into this studio, a lot of people online were commenting about us, like, how do they have this studio? How can they even do that?
Yeah.
Almost
Yeah.
angry,
All caps.
What the F? Them? And so, I kind of wanted to just talk about how, you want to know? I'll tell you.
Here's how we did it.
It's fucking tough.
Right.
It's hard work.
Yeah.
It was a lot of struggling, and it took a long time. I think sometimes, yeah, like what you said, and I kind of said this in the speech too, the whole presentation of Mega64 to the audience is we're just a couple of chuckleheads having fun. But we don't really talk about when things go wrong or when times are tough.
Yeah.
Because we don't want to turn people away or put them in a sour mood and have them think like, wow, these guys just whine all the time. F them. But
Yeah, or just bum their day out, whatever.
Well, yeah, a lot of times,
totally.
I mean, not just our podcast, but I listen to podcasts of people hanging out or like, whatever, just to escape for a second, whatever it may be.
Absolutely.
Like, maybe I'm feeling bummed out about something or whatever. I'll put this on and I'll
Yeah.
whatever. And so I would hate for someone to feel that way about us, put it on and it's like, fuck everything, fuck everyone. It's like, that's not what you want to hear. Like you want to have like fun.
yeah, like entertainment is a form of escapism. I know everybody out there probably comes with their own problems in life that they don't want to worry about. And that's why you pop on Mega64.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But when you do a keynote and it's like, we'll talk about how successful you are. I feel like, well, that's a good opportunity to let people know the truth.
Right.
You want to know how this gets done?
Yeah, and I think to that effect, I'm glad you like took the lead with that approach, because I think that was, in a vacuum, like if I had done that by myself, like they said, okay, like Derek and Sean passed away, Rocco,
Oh my
write
God.
a
Can we
thing.
just say not we
I
can't
would
do it?
I would open it with, I miss my two friends.
Thank you.
But other than that, I think my perspective on things a lot of times is from like the inside of like funny anecdote. You know what I mean? Like I don't know, like a lot of the things that I retain are like a funny thing Kojima did when we filmed this thing, or it's, whatever. But Derek, you have like more of a perspective on how you know what I mean? Like how the business side got done and how that, not that I couldn't talk about that, but you found like a story with that. And I think that was what the PAX keynote is all about, kind of. You know what I mean? Is like,
Yeah.
what can I do? Like, I'm listening to you, not to sound douchey or whatever, but it's kind of like a TED talk in that way. You know what I mean?
Little bit.
It's not just
Kind
let me
of.
tell me about when you fell down the stairs in this
Well,
one video.
yeah,
it's a little more in that direction. I thought you did that.
I would
really
love
well.
for people to listen to, if you're going to listen to this talk, I hope you get something out of it.
Yeah.
And listening to those other keynotes that you showed me, it was a lot of people talking about the successes they had, and I was proud for them and happy. But a lot of it just made me feel like, cool for you, but that's not. What do I do with that
Yeah.
information? Like,
Good.
yeah, you had a ton of success.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
That's like hard to relate to sometimes. I wanted people to be able to relate to our story. I wanted people to listen to our story and feel like, dang, these guys sound like me and my friends.
Yeah.
Right.
Because
Talking about getting cup noodles and stuff like that.
yeah, like I love when I see people who are super famous and super successful and they talk about where they
Yeah.
came from, and it's not glamorous. It just reminds me of my own life.
Yeah.
I find it really inspiring. I go, well, if your life sucked that bad and you were able to make something out of it,
Yeah.
why not me? Like,
Right.
Yeah.
we've all been there. So
Yeah.
that was the theme of the keynote, and
But-
I'm glad people liked it.
But on top of that, though, and maybe most importantly, if anyone's not there, you got to make fun of them. So I found Sean's MySpace profile images that he gave were on a drive.
Dude,
that he
young
gave to me.
Sean.
I was
Wow.
saving some of those for the book.
Yeah.
There's more, and we'll definitely
thank
print them.
God.
We're not going to run them by Sean. We'll print them, but had to get a couple of those in there. He wasn't there.
I
so
saw
yeah,
that
so-
image and I was just happy. I don't know. I
I
hadn't
can
even
confirm.
thought about that picture in a very long time, but that was a night I was lonely by myself and I drove to the beach, took a picture, and then drove to the snow and took a picture the same night. And I thought that was so cool to do.
That's really what I didn't know
Probably
that was the story.
listening
behind
to
it.
Bright
That's
Eyes.
sad.
Yeah. I wasn't listening. Maybe I was, honestly. Probably put Bright Eyes on loop.
Yeah.
And
Top down.
yeah.
That's how you'd roll now.
Yeah. Anyways, so yeah, I was happy to.
Did you drive like a far distance for that?
It was from,
Like-
I mean, this is for just you guys, but it was from La Jolla to Julian. So, I mean, however far that is.
So how
2
long?
hours.
That's
Yeah, like 2 hours.
Because I was about to ask, what's the longest you've ever driven for like the quickest thing? You know what I mean?
It was, I think it was that. And I just drove home after
Can
that.
I answer?
Yeah.
Quickie?
Me and
quickest
Johnny
thing,
for
huh?
Mega Strains drove out to the Anza Borrego Desert. That was like a 3-hour excursion
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
to film a desert.
All right.
Yeah. Well, also the, talk about the ambling skeleton and
Yeah, we had heard that
All
there
of
was
the
a statue of a Sasquatch out there, and we found it.
No, thank God.
Yep.
Because if you didn't find it, that's a long drive. to not
I
find
think
it.
like everything else around it had burned down or had closed because of the
Oh, yeah.
pandemic. It was real desolate. It was like a ghost town. But sometimes when you do that though, just driving for the sake of driving,
Yeah.
it is really rewarding.
Yeah,
At the end of that day, I felt like we did something today.
But
Yeah.
I
We
think
didn't.
about those times now, and it's like I'm so busy, and, I have a family and all that. But like back then, I wasn't doing shit. Like all my friends are working. I guess I'll just go drive to the beach and then drive to the snow. Like what else am I gonna do? You know, like who cares? You know, like there is something to that, doing that kind of shit when
Salad
you're like you
days.
just turn 18, you got your license, now you can do whatever you want to do.
Young and wild and free.
so fun, man.
I was gonna
Oh, yeah.
say the two things that come to mind. The furthest you've driven for just like quickest thing for on a personal level was I remember really trying to get. It was the 50th anniversary, I think, of the Tiki Room, and they made statues of all the tikis, in the garden outside of the Tiki Room
Yeah,
at Disneyland.
the carved
Yeah,
palm tree characters.
Yeah,
Oh,
all of
yeah, yeah.
those. And the hardest one to find was Pele, the god of fire. And then someone messaged me at like 9:00 one night. We were, I don't remember what day of the week it was, that like, hey, just so you know, they just put a few on the shelf. They're here. And I went, it was like almost 10:00 by the time I went. And I was like, no, I'll get in. I'll get in. It was an hour and a half drive, got in there. I mean, they closed at midnight.
Oh my God.
So it was like 11:36. Thank you. Went on one thing and drove.
Oh my God.
Because they were like, you couldn't get. I mean, and now those statues are worth a ton. They
Back
never-
when I had the annual pass at Disneyland, I would go there just for dinner.
yeah,
I would drive up there, have
Yeah.
dinner, and then drive
Oh,
back. But
back
usually by
down.
myself.
This reminds me, I never did this, but I always thought this was a power move.
Yeah.
I had a friend, and when he wanted to impress a girl on a first date, he'd be like, "You like ice cream? You want to get some good ice cream?" And he knew of an ice cream place in Los Angeles. And it would be a 2-hour excursion to get some ice cream. And I always thought,
shit.
like, that's some Casanova stuff right there.
dude, Ben and Jerry's.
The
mean,
girl, she's like, yeah,
Sure.
I like ice cream. Next thing you know, you're on a 4-hour excursion to get some
Yeah.
ice cream,
That could
making
either go
memories,
really well if she's into him, or if she's like, get me the fuck out of this car.
4
And
hours
if you're
of
stuck in a
sitting.
car with someone for 4 hours and you don't really know them, that's yikes. That's a lot.
It's not for everybody, but I say, hey, get on Google Maps, look up best ice cream in the city 2 hours away, and just keep that in your back pocket. That's
something to
a
think
good
about.
move.
Oh my God.
Well, so what I was gonna say was
Yeah.
I will say on the Mega 64 level of the furthest we've driven for the least amount of payoff.
Yeah, you and me.
Do you think we're gonna? What do you think it is?
I'm gonna probably say going halfway across the world for no reason whatsoever.
No, I wasn't even
I
thinking
was
about
gonna
that.
say flying into France and being told we're not going to use your video, but enjoy your trip to France.
But at least with that, we were there a few days, saw the Louvre, Disneyland Paris,
we were
whatever.
there.
So there was a trip.
One full day. I tell people, yeah, I've been to France. Like, oh, tell me about it. I was there for one full day.
We were
they
there
can't-
longer than that.
We landed and then slept, and then we had one full day, and then the next day we flew out.
We avoided
at the end of
this.
the day, because we went to Disneyland Paris all of one day, and then we were at the Louvre until they closed another. But did we fly out that night though?
Did we go to Disneyland Paris the full day?
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
feel
we
like
did.
it was like it was a 72-hour trip.
Yeah,
So,
it was a very quick trip, but
yeah, we may have flown out the day we saw the Louvre then.
maybe.
Because I think then we must have spent the full day at Disneyland.
Yeah, either way, we spent a good amount of time at both of those things.
Yeah.
So I don't rank that.
Well, we made lemons out of lemonade.
Yeah.
Or vice versa.
So in terms of doing work, that was the quickest thing because we got there and they're like, we're not playing the video. See ya. Okay. But I don't even know if you remember this. This is on an old podcast. Maybe people can find it. We went up to Derek and I, Sean wasn't there, went up to LA to see the new Cabela game.
What?
I think it was EA or no, Activision.
Oh,
I think it was
God.
Activision.
Did they have it like in a trailer outside?
Yeah, they set up
Okay.
a hunting like like set up outside, and it was an RV decked out with like a bunch of hunting gear, and then you go in and there was the Cabela game inside. And so as people out there know,
Big time stuff.
as people out there know, we have a trilogy of videos that are maybe even there might even be more than 3, but where we are the creators of the Cabela's video game series, and they keep coming out when a Halo game comes out.
Yeah.
Okay, you've probably seen that. Well, after a few of those videos, we did a video at Bungie. You remember that? Like
I
the
do
last one,
remember
I think
that.
we shot at Bungie. Well, when do we talk to Cabela? Well, they reached out. The developers of the game were like, "Hey, come up and let's talk." Okay, dude, this is awesome. Like maybe we'll end up doing an actual like thing for them or
Yeah.
something. So we went up to LA, and they had that trailer, like you said, outside of like the Activision headquarters. And they were like, yeah, check it out. Step on in. We went in and they had, I want to say there was like gun peripherals or something
Yeah.
where we shot them, and it was like, cool. All right. And I remember while we were in there, you were like, did they want to talk with us about like a video or something? I'm like, yeah, I'm pretty sure that's why we're here. Game over. And they were like, thanks guys. Thanks for coming down.
Oh no.
Yep.
2 hours.
Okay. Did we want to
2-hour drive for
did you
that.
guys want to like discuss maybe working on, yeah, we'll reach out. Okay.
They took one look at us and they're like, nope.
Right? Remember that? It was just like, that was it. They just
This
wanted us
is
to
what
try
happened.
They
I'm
just
gonna-
wanted to try this.
I'm gonna-
And then we got a couple clips. We had our camera with us, so it was like, well, in the interest of like getting something out of this, let's get some footage. And so I think we filmed a quick segment for the podcast, but it was so detached from anything because we were so like, what? Why did we do what? Why did we do that? Okay, so we filmed a little bit there and then said bye, and that was it. And then we
Cabela-
drove home. It took like 4 hours to get home.
The people at
Yeah.
Cabela's were fucking mad about the videos we made and said, all right, let's waste our fucking
They
day.
pranked us.
Yes. Hey, you know what? They think they're so fucking funny. Watch how funny this is.
Yeah.
And they do this to
Yep.
you and they say, all right, later. And it's like, we fucking got them. See their faces? They were fucking sad. They were mad. Fuck them.
We drove home in like 4.5 hours of traffic. I mean, it was
Yeah.
like, they
No
finished our
joke.
appointment at like 5 p.m. It was like, oh,
Rush hour.
yeah, rush hour. This is not an accident.
Sean
I am
always-
on.
I don't know.
I'm all
I
the
don't
way in. This is. They got us.
I don't know if we
How-
told that
in.
story before, but maybe we haven't.
How do you always dodge these bullets, Sean?
Oh, I hit
He
some
knows.
bullets. Don't worry.
He knows.
Yeah,
You're
Sean's
never on any
definitely
of these
hit some
hell
bullets.
trips.
I've done some things that have been like a waste of time. But don't worry.
All right.
Don't worry. My time's been
He's
wasted.
just being
Yeah.
polite.
Yeah.
The biggest one, the biggest waste of Sean's time I can think of is when I'll never forget coming back from the Paris trip that you're talking about, Derek. When we came back from that, it was like, wasn't Sean going to pick us up? Yeah, I haven't talked with them. They won't let us use our cell phone here in customs. And then we were in customs another like 2.5 hours or something crazy.
No.
And it was like, okay, we're out. I think we can turn our phones on. I think we're allowed to. Sean's voicemails were like they came from Third Impact.
Yes.
I've been circling the airport 3 hours. I don't know where the fuck any of you are. I don't know where you are. Oh my God, I have to loop around again. Oh my, I mean, it was just like, oh my God.
I mean, if you know, I don't know how all airports work. In the San Diego airport,
it
you just
sucks.
go on this loop until the person you know, but it's like a mile loop.
They no longer do that.
Yeah.
No.
They
Well,
have the cell phone lot now.
they have a cell phone lot now. Also,
they did
there's
back then too,
Uber
though,
now.
didn't they? Yeah.
There's all these things now that did not exist back then.
Yeah. Sean was gracious to give us a ride, and then
2.5 hours of this 1 mile loop, and I'm going fucking nuts. And it's the
Oh
worst
my
traffic.
God.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
After
Oh,
like
that's
5 times, I've pulled over somewhere downtown and then like just
Well,
hung out.
I think the last message was like, hey, we'll be right out. It's like, okay. And
but then they took our phones away. Or
Right,
they didn't
right.
take them. They
I'm not
made us
blaming
shut 'em
you.
down. Yeah, yeah.
But
That's
it's like,
still fucked up.
it was fucked.
I don't think it works like that anymore. I think that was still kind of the tail end of the time where not everyone had smartphones. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so it wasn't a big deal to just like, just don't have one. Shut it down. And now I don't think they do that. It's like, no, I need to like communicate with people. Like, you know what I mean? It's an expected thing. But at that time, all the police there were like, I don't want to see a single smartphone. iPhone, you got one of them newfangled iPhones, keep it in your bag.
They
Is this
did that
TSA?
when we came back from Osaka 2 years ago. And
Did they?
I actually felt bad because
Yeah.
Oh, I don't
they
remember
were
that.
shouting at Japanese
Oh,
people.
yeah, I remember
and
that.
calling them stupid and being like,
Yeah.
we told you put your phones away.
And they did not speak English.
Yeah,
It's
and I was like, clearly,
Welcome to
we just
America.
landed from a fucking plane from Japan. You dipshit. Nobody
Yeah.
speaks English. You fucking moron. Why are you yelling?
I remember being like the shock, and I'm a fucking American. The shock of coming from the politest country I've ever been to.
Yeah.
When everyone's so kind and courteous to you.
Yeah.
And then I walk off the plane, and this guy is on this poor Japanese woman. I'm like, she is not prepared for this. Like, welcome to America. This is your best example, I guess, of what this is.
I wanted to
Yeah,
like
that
take
was-
on the TSA on behalf of the Japanese population. Like, don't worry, it's one American here will protect you against these assholes. It was, and then I was tired too. It was like a 7. I can't even tell you how long the flight was. I just know that we flew out on like a Thursday and landed on like the previous Wednesday.
Yeah,
like
it
we
was
went
like time
back in
traveling.
time or
Yeah.
some shit.
Yeah.
The flight was so long.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
See, Osaka, when we were there, I felt like we were there for like 2 full days, maybe 3 days. But
how we do it.
I felt like we did so much that I
Yeah,
feel like I was there for 3 weeks. Like we did so many things
crammed
in
a
that
lot
time
into those few days.
that like I think back, I'm like, oh, that was only a couple days. That's
It was
crazy.
like visit the famous Osaka castle, look through this holy ground, do all that. Wait, we filmed a Bayonetta video today too. Oh yeah. Wonderful 101 video. Yeah. What?
And then
Wow,
we
we
went-
did. That was today.
we
Yeah,
went,
it was-
we went
it
shopping
kept
to all
going.
those districts that same day, and then I
Yeah.
think we did the karaoke that night. Like,
Yeah.
how did we do all that? That was crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got Okonomiyaki and that
Video game
mall.
bar.
We went to like a hole in the wall ramen shop. I remember
Yeah.
we left the karaoke bar. I don't know what time it is. 2
Yeah.
in the morning maybe, and they're like, now we're getting ramen. And we go into, it was so Japanese. It was like a wooden restaurant,
Old ass place,
old. And
yeah.
I'm like, where's the bathroom? I'm like, oh, it's upstairs. And I just like went upstairs and I'm by myself, and that's when it hit me like, I'm in fucking Japan.
Yeah.
I'm taking a piss in a Japanese toilet at 2 a.m.
Yeah.
In an
Yeah.
old ass
In a-
wooden ramen
in-
shop down an alley in the middle of Osaka. This rules.
In a little wooden tiny room with a toilet that looked like it was from the 1800s.
Yeah.
And you look out the window into an alley that's all Japanese signs. It's
yeah,
like,
and we were literally the
oh,
last people
wow.
there. It was like closing hour, and they're
Yeah.
like, "Here's your ramen, now get out." So,
And if you remember, the lead up to going to Japan that week was in that first day. In 24 hours, we did TwitchCon.
Yep.
Like we did a thing on stage at TwitchCon with Jackbox.
Yeah.
We did
right.
that. Got off stage, filmed a version 4. We had a big version 4
With like a ton of people.
Yeah, scene with a ton of people here, and then that wrapped. Cool, we're all good. Everyone good? Yeah. Picked up backpack, went to the airport to fly to Osaka. Got there, and it's like I haven't been to bed yet.
And we
Like,
landed,
what
and they
the
took us
fuck?
to like get like that pancake thing. Oh, that
Yeah,
was-
okonomiyaki. Yeah,
that was what a whirlwind. Like
That-
how could you be that busy?
craziest 24 hours of my.
that's the
entire life.
lifestyle I like to live, and that's the Mega 64 lifestyle for you, baby. Doesn't happen every day, but when it does, woo!
Yeah.
What a rush!
What a rush.
It kind of felt like that being in PAX. Frankly, I feel like we were the biggest booth at PAX.
Yeah, we're kind of like the new Microsoft. Basically, Microsoft shouldn't show up. Nintendo didn't show up. It was
And
on us.
Yeah.
I don't
That's
know
it.
Fill
if,
those
We're-
shoes.
We're number 3.
if it's because we were main guy, people wanted to voice their grievances towards us. I felt like at PAX, it was nothing but positivity. But then when you looked online,
Yeah.
it was nothing but complaining.
Yeah.
People just being like, I'm mad. This PAX is crappy.
Oh no.
Nobody's here. Which I think is a little unfair because
Yeah.
let's consider the circumstances.
Yeah.
It's a crazy world.
And let's say too, there's also like 2 different versions of. There's disappointed, like, man, I was hoping more. I'm going. I'm hoping this shows up. Oh, they didn't. Whatever. Okay, fine. But there were people.
No, they went
there were
beyond
people
that.
that were like, I will destroy PAX. This needs to be taken down.
Oh, no.
And it was like, what?
Yeah.
Yeah. Look, Nintendo didn't show up. Microsoft didn't show up. But isn't
Well, yeah, but so people kept being mad at PAX for
Yeah.
that, and there was like, I was there enjoying myself. I thought PAX was a good time. Yes, Microsoft wasn't there, Nintendo wasn't there, but they chose not to be there. It's not like they weren't invited.
Right.
Yeah.
I think PAX wanted them to be
I
there.
kind of started defending PAX to people because I was saying, well, PAX obviously wants Microsoft to be here. They obviously want Nintendo to be here. Those companies chose not to come. It's not like they were banned from coming. They didn't want to attend.
It's not PAX's fault.
Yeah, and there was one point where I was just walking around the show floor checking it out, and some Mega64 fans came and stopped me, and one person was like, "Oh, what do you think of PAX?" I was like, "Oh, I'm having fun." And they're like, "Yeah." I think it sucks. And I was like, "Oh, I'm sorry. I mean, there's a ton of like indie games here you could play. Have you played them all?" "No, I haven't played them all, but there's no Halo." And I was like, "Well, yeah. I mean, Microsoft didn't come. They pulled out." "Yeah. There's no Pokemon either." "Yeah. Well, Nintendo pulled out too." "Yeah. I don't know. It's just like a weird year."
Yeah. Oh, it was a weird year.
Yeah. You think so? Yeah. COVID happened.
Yeah, I had a few people.
Weird.
I had a few people say that to me too. Like, yeah, it's just not like 2019, you know?
Yeah.
And I went, yeah, pandemic happened.
Yeah. And
They're like, and someone went, yeah, I guess so.
I guess
Hey,
so.
what?
I know, and I was doing the same thing. I was just trying to like put a happy spin on it. You know, I was like, well, yeah, I mean, it's a pandemic, but isn't it cool? Like, what is here? No, because I mean, it's honestly kind of a waste. I can't believe it. Really? I mean, they have all these video games. They got like tabletop over there.
It looked fun.
I even said I'm pretty sure like the console section is open 24 hours, and they're doing tournaments for like $10,000, and people are having a blast over there. And then the guy like doubled down and he looked me like right in the eyes, and he was like, "I'll tell you why that sucks." And I was like, "Have a nice PAX." Like for me mentally, I was like, I'm not in a complaint department. Like,
Yeah.
I'm just trying to walk around, have a good time.
Yeah. I mean, again, I understand that people. Well, here's the thing. My feeling on it was like, okay, this is clearly people mad that they bought, full price tickets, and they feel like they didn't get as much as previous years.
Sure.
First of all, I wouldn't have expected from the get-go that this year would be like previous years. I would have never expected that when I bought tickets anyway.
No.
That's just me. But I also felt like there was so much there to do. There really was, especially if you had friends going to it. And if your friends were all vaccinated and they were all, whatever, like they did all their checks and everything they needed to do there, I think you would have a great time. We had friends that went and they had a blast.
And we were stuck in a booth the whole time.
Yeah.
we couldn't even walk around PAX.
Yeah.
But we were having fun.
Right. So, but I feel like if certain exhibitors going or not going, if that is going to make or break your having a good time there,
Yeah.
I wouldn't. That's the risk you take when you rush to get tickets the second they go. Because I know a lot of these people got them right when they went up. You know what I mean? Like, oh, PAX tickets are on sale. But,
Oh, that's the gamble.
and I know you want to do that because they sell out fast. I get that. But it's a calculated risk either way, because then by doing that, you don't know who's coming. It's like getting Coachella tickets before you know the band lineup. You can. I mean, you'll get them before they sell out, but you might want to see if that's important to you. I don't know. Personally, I felt like as a PAX, as someone who's gone to PAX and has just had fun, I thought there was a lot of fun stuff there. I thought it was cool discovering stuff that I had not heard about.
Didn't they say though that if you bought tickets for this year, you can get tickets for next year for like real cheap or something?
Yeah. They're
They
doing a discount and you get them early and stuff like
Because
that.
there was such a backlash and people were upset.
Yeah.
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 I give them credit because they acknowledged the complaints and they said, okay, we're sorry you feel that way.
Right.
We'll try to make it up to you. Here's a discount for future
I also
events,
wonder, like, again,
for the next event.
I have no inside information here, so I'm just spitballing.
All right.
But I wonder if, like,
Dealing
the pandemic seemed like it was getting better for a bit. Like,
Yeah.
the people getting the vaccines,
Yeah.
numbers were way down. I wonder if, like, Sony, Microsoft, Nintendo were all like, yeah, we'll do it.
Probably.
And then,
Probably,
they
yeah.
saw the data. Like, hey, we're a big corporation. We can't do
International
it. We can't send these.
flights.
Yeah, we can't do this.
Yeah.
And so
I
they
think that's
backed
exactly
out.
what
And so
happened, yeah.
PAX like, well, we already sold the fucking tickets.
And
And
the
now
thi-
they just dropped to us. And I don't know what to do.
And the
like,
thing is like
That's
PAX on
hypothetical.
their end still did everything to the maximum. Like
sure.
within what they control, like everything was up and running. It wasn't like they didn't use the space or
Right.
whatever. they were doing everything on their end. It's not really up to them that
Dude.
Nintendo didn't
And that's
show
just
up
me
or whatever.
guessing. That could have happened.
Yeah, I don't have any inside info on that. But it was really weird. But what I was gonna say was, like I said, I felt like it. Yeah, if you're getting tickets early, it's kind of a risk either way, depending on when you get them. And people were saying that online, and then people would get called, you're PAX, Penny Arcade bootlicker over here. I'm like, are we bringing in police riot terminology into this? Like, is this? Oh man, this is. But throughout the whole show, I kept seeing little things where like people would come to shoot a video, like to like sardonically interview someone. You're at PAX, yeah. Huh. Why? I don't know. I'm having fun. Okay. A guy dressed up as the ball pit from DashCon. There was this like
cosplayers were there?
and I would see people like filming videos where they're filming an empty corner of PAX. Yeah, look at this.
There were
And
a
it's
lot
like-
of filled corners.
And
to
it's
film.
like there's
Yeah.
100 booths right behind you. Why don't you turn around and get?
Let's
like,
get into-
There was such a like people kept trying to put up this
Negative.
narrative
Yeah.
of a failed con.
And let me tell you, it went so around the world
how
that
weird.
they started looking really lame. When I saw people complaining, like, anybody else notice the Geico booth didn't show up? What the fuck?
This is
I'm
insanity.
like, are you legitimately complaining that there's no insurance salesman at PAX?
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is supposed to be here.
Yeah, people call like, bootlickers. I was like, what? Like we're being oppressed
What is
by
that? What is
attending this
happening?
convention?
You guys
What is
just
that?
had fun.
Again, I understand. The stuff you didn't want to be there was there.
Yeah.
That
No,
you wanted
I
to
mean,
be there wasn't there.
I do
But-
feel like people
man.
bought tickets hoping they thought PAX was back, and it wasn't all the way back yet. But I think everyone's doing their best.
Yes.
Like, I don't know, and I think with the discount thing, that's cool. Like if that's how it's gonna be, and you feel gypped, well then next time, hopefully, God, I fucking hope the world's better, and then we can all have it normal PAX again.
Yeah.
Yeah, people, they still can't accept that we are living in a pandemic.
Yeah.
There are people out there that still are on some internal level just mad about that.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so frustrating. Yeah.
It is it's frustrating, but it's also reality. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, what do you want us
so
to
many
do?
people
I'm fed
cannot
up with all
deal.
kinds of stuff, but manufacturing. God, I mean, I'm going to pivot it a little bit. Still staying on this,
Sure.
but oh my God, like you guys, everyone who pre-ordered the shorts
Oh my.
on Mega64 Day in June,
We feel so
I'm
bad.
pulling my hair out on a daily basis trying to get. But manufacturing is screwed up. The place that manufactured the shorts that we did, we just can't like make enough to stay open. So they shut down. We actually had a big enough order that they opened back up.
We opened the factory back up.
We actually had to negotiate opening a factory back up. I'm really not joking. That's the kind of stuff we're facing every day. Is that there's just like
Wow.
We had to pull some high-level Joe Biden shit.
yeah.
Yep.
Joe Biden was even like, damn, I didn't hear about that.
Yeah,
Government
how'd you do that?
handshake.
How'd you do that?
You didn't even threaten a drone strike or nothing.
No, come on, man. But anyway, yeah, we.
Sean's getting the FDA involved.
Oh, I don't want to talk about that.
But there really is, there's been stuff even beyond just that. But that's just an example.
It really is like, I mean, everything is more expensive. Like everywhere is more expensive. And I'm like, yeah, this is what happened. Like it sucks. But like, yeah, now a California burrito costs like, $11. Okay, that sucks. but what else
Everyone
can we
has
do?
to scrape together a little more or pull a little more to get their thing done.
Like I'm scared that that's just going to be the standard now. We're like, this is what it costs now. But it's like, well, can we eventually go back to what it was? I don't.
Hell
think
no.
I say
No,
it
it
won't
ain't go-
happen.
it don't go
won't.
back.
No, it won't happen.
We're running out of time for the hour, and so we should pause and take care of a little bit of business.
Yeah.
Let's plug shop.mega64.com.
yes.
I want to plug the 64-hour special this week because this is a collaboration. I'm going to take credit for it between Meg and I.
Oh,
We were hanging out at PAX. We got inspired by a certain shirt we saw, and we said that would be a good 64-hour special. But then there was a little bit of controversy, much like with one of our recent 64-hour specials,
Right.
there was
Which could be real or could not.
could
you
be
know.
real, if you know what I'm saying.
Controversy.
We were threatened. We were risking the threat of a lawsuit by the company that owned the property that we were parodying. And so we couldn't show it on this show. We had to tell people, go to shop.mega64 to see the shirt for yourself, just to see it. And you could decide if you want it or not. This week's 64-hour special, kind of the same deal, except if you thought that other company was going to get litigious with us,
Uh-oh.
just wait till you see who we're fucking with this week. These guys, they ain't gonna like this.
No.
But you know what? We did it.
No, I checked. I think they're cool with it.
Oh.
Deal with it.
But
You got a problem? There's the door. Bye, bye, bye. That's what I'm gonna
right.
say.
That's what he's saying.
so yeah,
Preach.
check out our we're kind of like a boy band, so check out our boy band shirt up now.
Shop.mega64.com.
It's up right now?
It is up right now. We're not going to show it.
Yeah.
Just trust us. Trust us. Go to shop.mega64.com.
You're gonna like it.
Take a leap of faith.
Take a look at
You're
least.
going to ask, like, who's going to buy this shirt? Is it going to be you?
Honestly,
You may ask yourself.
I don't know. I don't know.
oh wait, I say that again. Sorry.
Who's going to buy this shirt? Is it going to be you? Is it going to be me? I don't know. There you go.
Well, let me just tell
Is it
you,
gonna be
the
May?
way I saw
I don't
that,
know.
when I saw she showed us that design, I said, I want it that way. No,
That's not the
I
right.
didn't get it right.
You messed that up.
Win some, you lose some.
That shirt's so hot, it's almost no, it's not the wrong one. 98.
You guys, we are gonna get sued if you keep
Yeah, you
talking.
gotta
I'm
stop.
sorry.
I have to cut this conversation off right now. Go to shop.mega64 if you want to see the illegal shirt.
And I want to say everyone should check out patreon.com/mega64.
yeah.
Because we are still putting out our remastered 4K remastered version 3 series. And the latest episode, Project Whoosh, just came out this last Friday. Get in on our Patreon, join, and you can watch this classic half-hour show that we did way back when. And this episode, the penultimate episode, came out this week. The finale is this coming Friday. So you want to get in by then, and you'll be able to see it all and see it conclude. So check it out. Patreon.com. And other stuff too. We reviewed
Everything's
You might be
there.
surprised. We did a Mega64 Movie Club episode on Citizen Kane. You may be shocked at our review of that.
You're
you
not
may,
gonna
you
fucking
may
believe
be
this.
surprised.
Everybody says this movie's good, but you know what? We take it to task. We
Yeah.
get to the bottom of it.
We get to the bottom of it, and you might be surprised at the shocking Mega64 connection to Citizen Kane. And we're not just talking quality of it; we're talking something else. Watch it, see for yourself.
I will spoil some of it. They filmed parts of Citizen Kane in San Diego, and I'm watching it, being like, "That's where we do our skits,"
Yeah, bro.
ripping us off.
Yeah, come on.
Yeah, they ripped us off.
Yeah.
Yeah, come on, Mank. Is that the guy who
Anyways.
made it? Is that who made it?
Mankiewicz? Did he
Mank?
direct?
Mank.
No, it's Orson,
Orson
Welles.
Yeah, but who's Mank?
I don't.
I don't know. What are you talking about?
he
that's who
wrote
wrote
it.
it. Yeah, see, I know what I'm talking about.
What's a mank?
It's
What's
that
a
new
Mank?
David
Mank?
Fincher.
It was Oscar nominated for Best Picture movie.
I couldn't get through it, man.
You know,
no, I never finished it.
I have
I
a
don't know.
friend who was in that movie.
yeah?
Oh yeah.
A local San Diego actor. My friend, his name is Randy, and he had a scene with Gary Oldman in the movie.
Oh.
And he was so stoked. He's
I
like,
bet.
I'm gonna, who directed David Fincher?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, he's like, I'm in a David Fincher movie. I'm in a scene with Gary Oldman. My career is about to take off. They cut his scene.
No.
Oh, and then they told him, like, maybe you'll be in the director's cut. He's like, yeah. Won't that be nice?
No.
Remember that
The
happened
Netflix
with
director's
we had a friend in high school.
I remember
who
that.
had a whole
Master and Commander, right?
Yeah, he talked for a year. He was coming in and out of our class because he had graduated, and he was like, I went
Yeah.
for a year to Mexico to film Master and Commander.
And we should tell people too, like, we're 17-year-old high school students. This is a guy
Yeah.
2 years ahead of us. So he's like 19. And he's the example of, like, yeah, you can leave this department, the film department, and go start making movies.
Yeah. And he went there and he was talking about like 5-star hotels he stayed at and like all this other stuff. And it was like, damn, this is like
He
legit.
made it. This
He
guy
made it.
fucking made it.
And then saw the movie, did not see him at any point in it. And then came out later. We were like, so where was he in that movie? Oh, when the movie starts, you see a hand like light that lantern.
And they turn an hourglass. That was him.
Yeah, it's his hand.
What?
They cut him. They cut all his.
all his dialogue.
Yeah,
I was like, oh.
but his hand made it.
Yeah, his hand is
hand's in.
right up front. I mean, you start that movie.
I wonder
hand's
what
right
happened
there.
with that guy. That's the last I heard was that. His hand was
I
in.
looked him up fairly recently, and he had done some kind of like videos. Like he had
good for
done a
him.
couple viral videos. I think he was doing them for some company or something.
Oh, all right, cool.
But and then years later, after Master and Commander had come out, no, not even that long after it had come out, we filmed our Cold Fear video. I think on the deck of that ship. Parts of it.
Oh, yeah.
Parts of
Right.
it.
Yeah, we did.
It's true.
So Master and Commander, huge connection to Mega64 in a lot of ways.
Or practically in the movie.
you
practic-
use it as a location.
So version 3, the finale is this week. Watch that, then watch Master and Commander. Rewatch version 1, 2, and 3, then Master and Commander. You'll be ready for.
We
version
all
4.
went to see it in theaters because we were like hyped
Yeah.
We
on
had
it
a
for so
friend in
long.
it, and I remember liking it.
Yeah.
I thought it was kinda
it was
boring.
a slow movie,
Yeah, it was
but I
boring.
dug it. I liked it.
I should see it again because I remember being like,
I remember
I
liking it.
Snooze
remember
fest.
we went for someone's birthday, our friend's birthday, and they were all like, "Yeah, it was boring. We shouldn't have gone to that." And I was like, "I don't know. I really liked it. I liked like spending time in this like world. I don't know."
It's like a historical fiction about
Yeah.
sailors.
So Sean,
yeah.
get
Well,
with it. Sean told me The Godfather was boring too.
oh
okay?
my God.
Sean wanted
you guys.
This
Fight
was
Club.
back in his phase where it was if it
Yeah.
wasn't Bright Eyes, it wasn't for him.
oh,
That's so
That's
insulting.
two Bright Eyes
Why is
references.
he dunking on
I
you?
also like Dashboard Confessional.
What
so
did you
that's
do,
what-
Sean?
Yeah, you know, sorry. Godfather was boring when you were 17. I'll try it again now.
I think Godfather takes 2 or 3 viewings to appreciate. You can't get that all at
I
once.
thought you were going to say 2 or 3 hours to get good. That would what a movie.
No, opposite.
No, I agree.
It
I
takes
agree.
6 to 8 to get good. You have
Yeah.
to watch it a
Hey, the
couple of
first
times.
time I saw them, I was like, yeah, those are important. I don't know how much that affected me. And then it was a second.
The first time I
Yeah.
saw them, I thought the first one was extremely boring. I thought the second one was amazing. And I thought the third one was just kind of meh.
Yeah, it's what it is.
As time went on, I think the first one is amazing. I appreciate the second one less than I did the first time I viewed it. It's still
Yeah.
good, but it's more like entertaining. And there's something about the first one that reminds me of a novel where the characters
Yes.
seem very like, I don't know how to explain it, but that movie seems like there's more going on than what's actually going on. You know, you could watch it multiple times and I feel like you're always getting more and more out of it.
Yeah.
And then the later two, I feel like don't quite hit the level that first one does. Took me a while to appreciate, but the first one's my fave.
Yeah. Well,
But,
imagine being 17 with a tub of Frosty and a gallon of fruit
Yeah,
punch.
I hated it when
Ready
I
to
was
watch,
17.
like, I don't know, a fucking action gangster movie, and that was not what I got.
yeah.
So
I had
just
seen
wasn't-
like Casino and like Mickey
Goodfellas.
Blue Eyes, and I'm like, oh, apparently
nine
this is
yards.
the best gangsta movie of them all. Let's go.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a wedding for 45 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But now I love the wedding. The wedding, chef's kiss.
Kino.
That's kind of basically everything you said about The Godfather really applies to the Matrix trilogy too. You know, you see it
Yeah, the
once,
trilogy.
you're kind of like,
I watched
don't
the
know about
second one
this.
last night.
But you see them all
really?
again.
Soul.
You see them all again, and it's like coming home. You just understand. You find your little brain finally gets it, and you just embrace it.
I was, Rocco, I watched it again, reloaded, and I'm going to
okay.
be like, I'm ready to
Yeah,
get it.
time for unloading.
I'm ready to get this. And then I'm watching like, I don't fucking get this.
I don't think there's anything to get.
That's, and that's
definitely is.
Well,
Nah.
I'm watching this and I'm just like, there is very cool action scenes, and then there's a lot of explaining, a lot. And then I think the whole thing with the architect is just like, this is
That
I'm checking
was
out.
where I became a Matrix fan.
Oh.
Legitimately, when that movie was wrapping up, I could feel the theater checking their watch, like, I'm ready to go. And I liked the first one, but it was the fact that That movie, and I'm not. Listen, I know the score.
We're already 5 minutes over, so.
But no, we're good. We don't stop it at an
I
hour. We're
stopped
good.
doing that. a
Yeah,
long
Johnny
time ago.
doesn't care if we go
I'm just
long.
letting you know
Yeah.
we're getting into Matrix talk. I don't know if we have enough time to cover this.
We're only an hour 2. We
My
got,
bladder can't take
how much
it.
space we got on that hard drive? All right, we're good. It so blatantly does not give a fuck. It gets to that point and it is like, yo, this rabbit hole goes this deep and we're gonna fucking tell you about it, and you're with it or you're not. But you're not our concern.
Sure.
And I thought that was so like bold that's what
takes
made me go
guts.
like, fuck. This is like that.
Yeah.
I understand. I get the criticism. I totally understand.
You know what's
But
interesting though?
I
I
loved
watched it with Beckett, who I showed the first one to, and he like after that movie was over and Neo flies off, like he was like at a 10. Like
Yeah.
that movie rules.
The
and like
first
he was
movie?
like, yeah,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
it is such a high. And so I'm like, he's like, can we watch 2 and 3? I'm like, ugh, you don't want to watch.
Better off
these.
not knowing,
You don't want to.
kid.
You don't want to see these. And then so he's been asking me for months. I'm like, okay, you know what? We'll watch it. And we watched it, and he was like, I liked it. I really liked it. I'm like, oh, I thought you were gonna hate this. Like, no, I want to see the third one. I'm like, okay. And he's like, and then like, can we go to the theater and see the fourth one together? I'm like,
Shit.
That's great.
yeah. I thought you would hate this, but no, he was into it. So he's like, you Rocco. He dug it.
That's cool.
He's probably
Yeah,
at
'cause
that perfect age where you like shitty movies and don't realize that they're shitty.
Maybe.
Dude, Derek's really testing
Wow.
me on this one.
Wow.
You're
This
really
choice of
testing me.
words.
Rocco, that has nothing to do with you.
This is being, 14.
When you are like 13, 14, 15, you like shitty movies and don't realize that they're shitty.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know how
that's
many shitty movies I recommended to people when I was a
Yeah,
teenager,
yeah.
and they're like, "Yeah, okay, kid."
That's always the question I ask when in my head when people tell me about amazing movies is I go, is it amazing or were you 13?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was exactly when I saw Star Wars, so it had a fucking imprint on my brain.
Right.
You know, I didn't see it as a little kid, but like 14, I would say like, I was probably like 14, and that was still a time to like be, I was really into like how did they make these and whatever. But
Yeah.
But anyway,
Phantom Menace, I was like, this is the greatest movie ever made. Why are people saying anything negative about it? Do you not like Star Wars?
Yeah.
What did I know?
see, the prequels are funny for me. I was critical on the first one, but I was still I was still like, the first episode of anything is not that great. So yeah, it's not that
Oh,
good.
I was
but,
glowing.
it's not
That
that
was the
good,
fourth
but
episode.
no, but you know what I mean. Like
Yeah.
no, it's designed to be.
Right,
He says it's designed to be the first. Whatever, they got to set things up. Then when I saw the second one, that was the greatest fucking thing I've ever seen. But I will say, on my second viewing, that immediately changed. It wasn't like I watched it 10 years later and I was, no, it was the second viewing. It was the hype went away. You're more susceptible to hype, definitely when you're younger. But no, the Matrix sequels, it really was funny because I could feel the air leave the room. People were fucking
that
checked
theater.
out during that. I was loving what they were doing. I understood why it wasn't for everybody, but it was hilarious though, because then the third one came out and we saw it.
Yeah.
And I remember, it's so funny, when Reloaded came out, packed theater, they had reps for the video game in the lobby with TVs where you could play the game in the theater. Like,
Yeah.
yo, here's Enter the Matrix.
Oh,
like,
that's sick,
I
dude.
to this day have never seen a movie release. Even when we saw fucking Avengers Endgame, there wasn't like shit like that in the lobby, But for Matrix Reloaded, there was. It was the craziest thing. And then we saw the third one, and it was like 2 other guys in the theater.
Yeah.
No, I mean, it was like a ghost town.
And
no one came
I
around.
think I should even say I didn't hate that second movie when it came out.
Yeah.
I was still in that phase of, no, I like The Matrix. This was good.
Yeah.
I could have done without the rave scene.
Yeah.
But everything else was really cool. And
Yeah.
then I watched the third one and I thought it was better than the second one.
I remember, see, I've only seen it the one time that we saw it then, the
Okay.
third one. So I'm like, I think that one's pretty good. I think. I don't remember what happens, but I'm pretty sure.
I haven't rewatched it, the third one, because recently I went back to watch the second one. And that's when I was like, yo, I can't do this movie. I'm
You bailed?
sorry. I can't sit through this.
Yeah.
I couldn't even get to like them getting into the Matrix. It was so
I
slow.
do remember having the thought though, because I was at the Matrix opening night, the first one, opening night with my friend and his dad. I didn't even know what it was, but they took me to the movie. It was that.
Yeah.
And it was pretty empty. Like no one knew what this was or cared really. And then the second one was the biggest thing ever. Yeah, back to the third one. It went full circle for me, where it's like, oh, we're back to where we were. Like no one gives a fuck anymore about these movies. But I think when this fourth one comes out, it's gonna be packed again. It's gonna be insane.
So this is what I would. So we watched the trailer. So now we've all seen the trailer. I actually want to ask you a couple things about it.
I saw the trailer the day of,
Yeah.
and I didn't spoil anything for Rocco.
True.
I almost did, but I bit my tongue.
I wanted
Every
to talk
time I
so
would
bad.
start talking about the Matrix, I'd be like, I actually really think what they did with this trailer was interesting. He'd go,
He'd make it.
Well,
at one point I was like, all right, Rocco, I hear you grunting over there. Like, shut the fuck up, Derek. Okay, all right, I'll
you
stop talking.
teased him with it.
I'll catch you later, bro.
the thing you specifically said at one point, we were standing over here, and you were like, "This new trailer starts with," and every one of them, I'm going, and you went, starts with a question. It's an interesting question. I'll talk to you about it later. I was just like, don't say. Don't.
That's it.
But anyway,
You want to talk about it?
yeah.
I thought and by the way, I saw the trailer once. I didn't rewatch it and try to do a deep analysis of it.
Mm-hmm.
I watched it once. I was like, hey, looks cool. I'll check it out.
Hell yeah.
So to me, with my one viewing, I liked the question of Neo is not in the Matrix anymore. It's like, where are we now? You know, like, was that all a dream? Is he going crazy? I like that he's in therapy and he's questioning his own mental state. And I was like,
just Keanu.
out the gate, that's an interesting take on the Matrix. That the main character is confused about the reality of the past three movies.
Yeah.
That I was like, okay, interesting hook.
Yeah.
You got me.
And I'll take it a step further. There's something in the trailer a lot of people miss. And we went through it. There's a lot of stuff. I won't go into it all. You can watch it on our archive channel. There's our in detail reaction to it.
Yeah.
There is, taking that a step further, Derek, there are two little shots in that trailer where they're like at a theater where the first movie's playing. Like, no joke. Behind them on a projection screen is like the clip of him when remember in the first movie the thing goes down his throat or whatever? That's playing in a movie theater.
What the fuck?
That's what I mean. I think that is the theme of this movie is like, did that even happen?
I mean,
But go ahead, Sean.
no, I was gonna say, like, also, I thought it was so interesting that there's no green tint to anything. It's just normal.
Well,
Oh, go ahead.
I can tell you about that.
Oh,
Well, here's the thing.
we've got deep analysis.
I don't want a deep analysis. Personally, I'm there.
Yeah.
Hey, trailer looks cool. I'll see it.
I thought
Your trailer has achieved its goal.
it looked
You
cool.
got a ticket.
Yeah.
I'm not going to watch any more trailers after
Seeing-
this, personally.
That's a good idea.
Neo
I think me too.
and Trinity together
Yeah.
while it's playing White Rabbit. I got like the chills.
Yeah,
and I was
yeah,
like,
yeah.
I am
Perfect song.
so fucking
It gave
down
me
for this.
goosebumps too.
Yeah.
Great song choice. I thought that remix.
Perfect song choice. Perfect.
Yeah, I thought it
Jefferson
looked cool.
Airplane.
Yeah.
And I wasn't expecting to think it looked cool. But
Yeah.
what I said, and I think this is true, they've had enough time to really come up with a good idea. Nobody's forcing them to make the Matrix 4, so I can only assume that this is something that they really want to do because it's
Yeah.
an idea that they think has legs. The second and third movie came after all the hype of the first movie. There was no way they weren't going to make sequels.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And sometimes I feel like when you're in that situation, it's just you get a rush job sometimes.
Especially when they made both at the same time.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know, that's a lot.
The ideas are cool, but the execution is a little sloppy.
Somebody sent me a link to they did a talk. A lot of the people who worked on the new Matrix talked. They just were on a panel about like screenwriting and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But they did talk about the new one, and they asked Lana Wachowski like, "Why are you doing this?" And it was interesting. She's like, "Warner Brothers has offered me." There's a famous story where Christopher Nolan didn't want to do the third Dark Knight movie or whatever, and Warner Brothers literally drove a truck of cash to his house. Like, look, we're begging you. Like,
Oh
just
my God.
finish the trilogy.
Warner Bros. I'll give you my address. Jeez.
Lana Wachowski makes a joke about that, but I'm unclear if they actually did that to her too. or if she's just making a reference to that. You know what I mean? But she said, like, they have offered me that for a new Matrix so many times, and I've said no. And she said that in the last couple of years, like both their parents died.
Oh, no.
And some other thing happened. And she was like, yeah, I took time off for a long time, and I don't know what happened, but just left on my own, I kept thinking about Neo and Trinity, like dead characters I wished were back. And I came up with a story, and I reached out to them and was like, okay, I think I have something that would be like worth doing. You know what I mean? To your point about like reaching that versus like, shit, we got to get the third one out.
I think,
right now.
the way that the trailer's presented, it doesn't say number 3 ended and now we're at number 4.
Yeah.
It's, do those 3 even happen?
Yeah.
I don't know. In fact, I feel kind of crazy thinking about that. And, it's just very interesting.
Kind of
take on
questions that it happened.
It
at all,
is.
yeah.
I thought it was like funny now looking at it in hindsight when the movie ended and it said like it showed you it was credits and then it said to be concluded and then it was like a thing for the third one.
Yeah,
and it's so
yeah.
funny now, like, oh no, but how funny, there's gonna be one more. Like,
To be concluded. Just want to say real quick though, to your point about Matrix isn't tinted green.
Right.
What's going
Yes,
on?
yes.
So either it's not the Matrix, or I gotta say, when that third movie ends, I don't know if it was that green of a tint in the Matrix anymore. Maybe things are different. I don't know. I don't know.
It
could be either.
Hey,
It
well,
could be
I
either.
promised Beckett we're gonna watch the third one, so I'll
Tell me if it's green tinted to you. I could be wrong.
I'll let you know.
I was looking for that green.
Okay, fair enough.
Leviticus.
I wanted to bring up, Leviticus Green, I think is in the soundtrack.
I heard
That's a smart move.
I heard in certain theaters they play
took it out, and so
I was on DatPiff.
The screen no longer appears green.
Yeah.
You're not eye high.
That's what
I was searching up the
exactly what happened.
soundtrack. He is on.
I
Confirmed.
did want to bring something up on here. I don't know if it's going to be controversial. I don't know if it's going to be. There's going to be some YouTube drama. Everyone's looking for YouTube drama.
That's what sells.
What's Shane Dawson doing? Everyone's always tuning in at our show to find out. Johnny, do you have any Shane Dawson
You want
update?
to call him out?
Yeah. What did Jeffree Star do this time?
Johnny doesn't know.
Johnny will update us in a minute. I know he's a huge Jeffree Star nut. Sorry, you can cut that out. But have you guys seen the new cup noodle commercial in Brazil?
Wow.
You know what?
No.
You're not gonna be shocked by this. I have not seen that.
In
I know you can't believe
Okay.
this.
Can't say that I have.
So I don't know how we should do this, if we should watch it right now, or I just think this is worth being part of the podcast. I
Wow.
really
Okay.
do.
Wow.
I don't
Call
know
the
if we
audible.
should watch it though, if that's going to get like a thing or.
I could show it to you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, just show it to us, John.
Yeah, and I don't know if, maybe you have to do some creative editing maybe on Tuesday. I don't know if we want to show any of it,
Get ready for Tuesday, Johnny.
Sorry.
You're gonna hate it.
but I think some other people have seen this
Okay.
and they're going to want you guys to see it.
Okay.
I am actually honored. I thought you guys would have seen this
A
by now.
cup noodle commercial
a
from
big brand.
Brazil, you said?
I believe it's from Brazil.
Okay.
So it's in another language. What is it? What, Portuguese there? Or
Well,
is
I
it-
can speak
Yeah.
Portuguese. That's not a problem
Okay.
for me.
All right.
It is kind of 2.5.
Well-
it's kind of long. Do you want to like skip through it maybe a little
This
bit?
is
You know,
what I thought.
Show us some highlights.
Are you
What
kidding
the
me?
fuck?
This is what I thought it was going to be. I thought it was.
Wait, what?
Should I mute the desktop audio?
Yeah, maybe you should.
Yeah, I'm not gonna understand it
Yeah,
anyways.
maybe you should.
I got 2.5 minutes. Go ahead.
Holy Shit.
Are they muted on there? The desktop audio? Okay.
Dude, that's y'all's video.
What the
Oh,
So this is the new cup noodle commercial.
Well, it's inspired
right
by
now we're
some.
watching mannequins. They're holding stuff. There's bubbles, things
Okay.
like that. He's standing over the pot.
oh, he's sweating.
this is a little weird.
Everybody at home, you could look this up.
This is weird.
I don't know if you want to link people to it, Johnny, but
What?
Are you kidding me?
This is it's just very.
Excuse
now
me?
this part I don't know what that was.
Why does Nissan make 5-minute commercials?
What the fuck?
You've
I
gotta
mean,
be
and
joking.
the sound effects are mouth noises. So for people who might not see this at
You've gotta be
home,
joking.
this is our suited Dragon Ball Z video.
Oh my god. It is 100%.
I mean, they're literally.
I can't handle this shit right now.
They're literally
Are you
making those
kidding
sounds.
me?
Yeah.
After all the fucking shit we've gone through to become successful,
oh, these is.
they just hire some knockoff group to do our bit.
Look, Super Saiyan.
Oh my god.
I mean, keep in mind,
Oh my god.
Nissan or whoever makes Cup Noodle does not own Dragon Ball, so they didn't have to do Dragon Ball. They could have done anything. Like they could have aped our style with something else, but
But
The
they
mirror.
did. It's so close to Dragon Ball, and everyone in Brazil knows Dragon Ball.
Oh.
It's South America, dude.
My.
How many views does this have?
3 million.
now here's the thing: 3 million with like 100 comments,
All right.
which says to me this is like a pre-roll somewhere. It's not like it
Yeah,
didn't,
'cause
it didn't go viral.
This
if you
is
don't
a
care,
like
you
skip
click-
this ad type thing.
yeah, if you don't care, you clicked off.
You can't.
Do you know how big a Cup Noodles commercial would be for us?
Just should have called
Do
us.
you know what that
Emailed
would
us.
do for us? That would put us on the map.
Nissan, just fucking
Nissan,
email
listen.
us. Yeah.
Bullshit.
I
bullshit.
am
So,
I'm going to Brazil.
So
and
let
I'm-
me-
and I'm fucking some shit up.
I am
So-
shocked. I am truly shocked.
That I just saw that last night.
Was that
just
all of
came
it?
up.
Did we just go through all of it?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I will say something that made me feel pretty good is even in other languages,
They're saying.
there are comments that if you translate them, fucking Mega64 ripoff. Fucking
Ooh.
Mega64.
Ooh, we got the internet soldiers out there.
There's people
right.
like just like, come on. Why didn't you didn't even talk to Mega64?
We got soldiers in Brazil.
Yeah.
That's right.
We do.
They know what's up.
We
Across
do.
the world.
I saw our friend Julian in the comments. was leaving comments on that.
Really?
Yeah. Anybody I've known in the last like decade was in these comments like, what the fuck?
Are we like a recommended video on the side at least?
I don't know about that.
Oh,
I
no.
oh no. Oh, Joe Rogan. Cool.
I
Link to it.
cannot believe this. I cannot believe this. This is such plagiarism.
Well,
But
it's not though. They're just aping our style and clearly taking.
here's the thing.
gotta-
Aping a style is one thing where it's like, yeah, we watched Suite of videos and we made a Suite of video. Like we didn't invent this. We didn't invent Suite of videos.
Yeah.
But you took our video and remade
But that
it.
is
didn't
our
rush
video.
our
Just remade our
Yeah.
shit.
Those are our shots.
We didn't
And
do
what's
it.
next?
Yeah.
And you're doing this now. What's next? You just imitate some boy band fucking merch or something.
we would
You're
never
going too
do
far.
something
You're-
like
You're
this.
going too far.
You know, like again, we have borrowed styles and done, you know, whatever. But that is our video.
But, like,
that's our video, though.
all
and
I'm
we
saying
make
is-
commercials.
Yeah.
Why didn't you come to us?
All I'm saying is Nissan, whatever. Be the bigger man. Be the bigger noodle,
Yeah.
and talk to the experts, please.
My
Let me tell you
lawyers
something.
have been bored lately and looking for something to do.
They work
yeah,
for ramen.
they're pulling their
They're
blood
like,
at home.
Sean, do you got anything for us? And I'm saying, I don't know. But now maybe I got something.
Let me tell you something. I will never eat a Nissin cup of noodles
Oh.
so long as I live.
And-
Sean's
yeah.
already on
I
top
could be
ramen.
starving in the desert on the verge of death. You put that cup of noodles in front of me? No.
Yeah.
I will gladly face the reaper
And
and eat those noodles.
And after we gave him a plug in our keynote speech and all that, nope. I'm eating steak now.
Top ramen
Yeah.
from now on. Instant lunch.
Yeah.
I
that
could have had
brand.
steak at my dad's house tonight, and now I had to watch this fucking noodle commercial. And now
Ruined your
I'm
day.
extra mad.
Yeah.
I was already mad, now I'm extra mad.
I gotta find out who made this. I gotta find these directors. We gotta have a chat. We're gonna have a sit down.
I'm going to show them a video. They're not going to believe the coincidence.
What next? You gonna dress up like the Tetris block and advertise Ferrari?
Yeah. What's next? Fucking you knock a guy's eye out in a wrestling match. Oh, someone did that.
What are you going to do? Bayonetta for Balenciaga? Pay us, Balenciaga. Get Justin Bieber out of here.
Yeah, you gonna do backyard messiahs for Summer's Eve?
Pay up.
This ain't Summer Eve. Don't play me like a douche.
Can we go through the comments, please? I don't speak Portuguese, but I'm gonna know
Try
when
your
people are
best.
defending us. Let's
It's
scroll
kind
down
of like
a little bit.
Spanish.
Is it
All right.
Portuguese?
It is.
I don't know. Is it?
That means it's in Portugal. So is that?
No. They speak Portuguese in Brazil.
Do they? I truly don't know. I'm gonna look
Oh. Okay, Pena fans of Mega 64, are we? At least give them some credit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Say what? I don't know. What
Pena
it says.
probably means penis.
Nice
Pena.
ripoff of Mega 64's DBZ in 5 minutes. Yes. Absolute ripoff of Mega 64's DBZ in 5 minutes. Yes. Blatant Mega 64 ripoff. Ha ha. Who else?
Oh, cool! A straight ripoff of DBZ in 5 minutes. Yes, boom! Oh, that's Dr. Butthugger. The doctor's in.
The doctor
The
is in.
Doctor!
Thank you, Dr.
We got a real
Butthugger.
doctor on the situation now.
Thank you, Doc.
Dude, now you
You
sorry.
like
got Dr. Butthugger pissed at you. Now
Yeah.
you sorry?
Yeah, you got a butthugger against
Now
you.
you're screwed.
Sad day. I know that's a fan.
Your butt's
of
gonna need a
ours.
hug and it's not gonna
Somebody
get
wrote Mega 64 who?
Ooh,
wow.
what is that?
Wow.
Okay, okay,
Great
wow.
work. Robert
IDK
Robert
came
IDK. They left a comment. Great work, Mega 64. Now that is they've got like 1 million+ subscribers, something like that, right?
Damn, Robert.
Something huge.
Robert? Fuck yes.
He's a true
I
internet
can't believe how much
soldier.
this rips off Mega 64. I've never seen something more blatantly rip off Mega 64, and I'm including every Rooster Teeth video.
Oh my god!
Oh,
What's that?
shit.
Eric Fedor?
Okay, this is turning into a positive now.
Wow.
I'm starting to feel good.
Feel good now. Yeah.
64 did it first. Wow.
A lot of
Oh, wait.
rip off.
Wait, this comment was posted 1 second ago. Hey, we got people doing this live right now.
Nissan fucking up taking Mega
This is a
64's
rip-off.
idea.
Oh my god!
Puberty really changed Mega 64.
37 seconds ago. Hell yeah. All right. Okay. All right.
Everyone uses rip off.
That
as the term.
is insane.
Who left that comment?
That's weird. Thinking
I don't know
about
what that
one.
comment was.
What does that mean?
The Mega 64 comment.
Oh, that must have been the AI. that
Yeah,
we had.
Yeah, I think our channel has a bot or something.
You know what?
We sweep
The
YouTube
funny
for
thing
rip-offs.
is, like, if you're gonna rip up one of our videos, we got pretty obscure ones out there.
Yeah.
That's like our biggest video. What a
Yeah.
misstep, Nissan.
Yeah. You hit the biggest
Maybe they
target.
didn't know. Maybe it's the production company that just pitched it to Nissan. Maybe
You know
we
what
can
I'm
make
thinking?
amends.
They probably pitched it and they're like, what the F are you talking about? Well, no, here, watch this YouTube video. We're just going to do this.
And they were like, okay.
Easy.
They'll never see it. It's in Brazil. They don't live there.
Sean and I's hard work is very underdone in that version, I will say.
Feel
It's-
mad, but a little bit flattering because it's like,
Yeah.
why we are fucking
Imitation
great.
is
We
the
are fucking talented.
Also,
form
let
of
me,
flattery.
hey, I'm gonna do this. You're not supposed to talk about this, but we're gonna talk money.
Okay.
What was the budget on that commercial?
I hate to
Yeah.
ask.
I hate to ask,
Oh.
and I probably don't want to know. Because I'll tell you, the budget for our 5-minute video was like $20. So you got paid what? $500,000?
We,
Oh.
we pulled out of our own pockets.
1.5 million to make that.
You.
Where'd that money go? In
Yeah.
your pocket.
What do they have in Brazil?
In your
What-
pocket.
They're just lying in their pocket.
I got to
denomination
contact that
is-
production company and Nissan and let them know, hey, they pocketed all that money. Whatever they charged you, that was a $20 video.
Get those rupees back.
Yeah, I'll tell you. I'll let you know what every shot costs. Nissan, reach out to me. I'll tell you what, they ain't buying.
Yeah.
You could buy a lot of top ROM or whatever the fuck you make with that.
We're kind of like the undercutters of the production world. Hit us up and we'll.
We're
Cut it
the
in half.
undercutters pizza.
Yeah, but we just
of
got
videos.
undercut by people who charged a bigger budget to do less work.
Well,
What do you call that?
They tricked Nissan. They pulled some
Well, guess what?
Brazilian
They're doing some
jiu-jitsu.
Nissan tricks.
They're doing Brazilian jiu-jitsu type,
Oh, that's probably it.
but it's like a mental version. They're on alpha.
They probably
brain.
all got paid for to do their Brazilian butt lifts. Yeah, I know about the Brazilian butt lift. Okay,
We know all about it.
Yeah, I looked into it. Yeah,
Yeah, we had heard about it.
Don't email me. Anyway,
Unless you're Nissan apologizing.
yeah, unless your Nissan apologizing
And offering
I want-
truckloads of money to our house.
Yeah.
Then email him.
Take some
Wachowski style.
soup. I don't
Wachowski style. Nolan style. I want to see that pickup truck come up to my driveway and be like, you want?
I want it full of money and noodles.
This is so typical for
Spicy
Mega 64.
shrimp, please.
I
Yep.
guess now we are influencing cultures from around the world
Fuck.
with our videos and getting no credit.
You know what?
Yep.
That's cultural appropriation. I'm gonna call it
Yeah.
Yep.
You just stole American.
just stole American-
You just stole American culture.
culture. You took it.
Yeah, I made it your own. You took what we're doing here in America naturally and you made it, whatever that was.
Yeah, you.
And I'm mad.
Yeah.
I'm mad.
What happened to our values? You know, that's all. I just have to ask.
That's crazy.
Well,
Anyway.
thanks for
Crazy.
showing that
I wanted
to me.
you guys to see that. I'm glad I got to be the one to, usher that in here.
Thank
so
you.
That, anyway, everyone at home, leave a comment on our podcast, whatever you got to do. Let us know. Do you think they lifted the little something?
Yeah, let
there,
us
or what?
know
What
if
do
we're
you think?
crazy. Maybe we're crazy.
Oh yeah, we're nuts, Sean. We're fucking nuts.
There's so many times I'm so
insane.
unsure of myself. Like, I don't know. You could take that either way. This is one where I'm like, yeah, no.
Yeah.
This is us.
Yeah.
Can I just say, too, while we're on this subject, somebody made the blue Tetris L into a Halloween costume, and that thing became world famous.
Oh,
that
yeah.
costume is still a bestseller at Spirit,
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Halloween Town, wherever costumes are sold.
Yep.
Nobody made the blue L Tetris block into a costume before us.
Yep.
True. That's
There
true.
you have
That
it.
is true.
That happened 20 years ago, and
Get on
it's
it, Wicca.
still happening. People are still taking our videos, taking these great ideas, capitalizing on them.
Yeah.
Sad day.
What else?
We should start taking credit for what's truly ours. I'm saying to get the internet soldiers out there, like they are in the comment section there. Update the Wikipedias.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's so funny because I do think that there is a generation of videos, just a style of internet videos that was heavily influenced by us. But you can't really point to any one example.
Sure.
I've just seen videos over the years where I was like, oh, that just seems like a Mega64 video. But you can't be so presumptuous to say, like, clearly they ripped us off or were
Yeah.
inspired by us.
Yeah.
Until now.
Yeah.
Now it's
Now
a
we
straight
have
line.
concrete evidence.
Yes.
Well,
Oh, man.
That's cool. Imitation is the highest form of flattery. So-
imitation is, but this was shot for shot ripoff. I don't know. I feel weird about this.
People at home, that's the question. Leave a comment. Let us know. Should we be flattered? Should we be fucking pissed?
I'm flattered, legitimately. You saw my heart break and my soul melt out of my body a second ago, but I've recovered now and I have a little bit of perspective
Yeah.
3 minutes after the fact. This is an imitation of us, so, what does that say about Mega64? We're great.
Look on the
We're
bright
great.
side.
I know. Here's the
rule.
thing. I know we're great. I
Yeah.
truly think that we fucking rule. And I do. You laugh all you want, Rocco. We're fucking
No, I love
so
hearing it.
good. It's crazy.
I just love
truly.
hearing it.
And it just makes me mad that the world doesn't see it because people like this steal our shit and they do it and claim it as their own. And I'm tired of it because we deserve all this shit that
Well,
we just get stolen from us.
My feeling, I'm a little bit of a hybrid here. I am flattered they did this. I am flattered when like a director does a thing like that. But I think what bugs me is like the major corporation put it out. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like Nissan. How the hell do you say it? Nissan?
I don't, you know what? It doesn't
Nassim?
matter because they don't
Whatever.
deserve to get their name correct.
That bugs me. So I hope this was a more independent project and some guy just did it because he liked it. That I would enjoy, but a big corporation putting it out instead of just reaching out, that's where I go, come on. You throw us a cup noodle or something.
Yeah. I know you got them.
Yeah.
Shrimp.
I know you
Spicy.
got some.
I'm going to get the email of the president of Nissan, and I'm going to send him a link to our video and be like, explain this.
Yeah.
And we're going to
Care to
take it from
explain?
there. We're going to take it
Explain
from there.
yourself.
Care to explain?
Fair enough.
He or she or whoever is at the top, maybe it's a computer AI, I don't know.
Yeah.
They're going to have to make this right. This ain't the end of the story.
Yeah.
You're going to send them an email that says care to explain, and then I'm going to send you an email because I saw you in a commercial once, and you need to explain it. And so I'm going to send you the same email. Care to explain? What's this
Yeah.
about?
Got a lot of splaining to do
Well,
next
we're
week.
Everyone,
gonna-
the chain of explanation just continues.
We could talk about that in the after show. I do see sometimes, I do some local acting here, just trying to, sharpen my skills, get cast as some commercials. And then people will see me in a pre-roll ad and be like, what is this? Why is he doing this?
How could you do this?
Why is he here? Why is he advertising something so stupid? And yeah, I guess that's the life of an actor.
Yeah.
Well, I just love the first time that happened that someone was literally like, care to explain?
Yeah.
Like, what?
People are
everything
very
all right?
abrasive.
You audition for roles
It's been a
and
rough
you have
year.
no control what the role is. But as an actor, you're like, well, I'll do any role. I mean, I guess I'm an actor. And then people are mad that you're acting,
You know.
but whatever. It's
Yeah.
a pandemic, you know. The world is angry, and they just need
Everyone's a little
somebody to be
bottled
mad
up.
at. So it's fine.
Yeah. Well, the next time you see us, we're gonna be fucking rich because they're
Yep.
gonna.
That ain't
They're
true.
gonna pay
We're gonna
up.
get that noodle money.
That noodle money's coming our way.
Yeah, I sense something
So
good coming.
Say goodbye to these mic stands that are falling over. That's
Yeah.
all I'm gonna say.
Right
No more
before the show.
broken mic intro. I said breaking.
No more.
That was
Break
really
in.
stupid.
Hey, stick around for the after show. We're going to go for a little bit longer, and we're going to talk about drama. We're going to talk about more drama. We're going
Ooh.
to talk about bad things, good things,
Ooh.
mixing it up. It's going to get wild. We've
Wow.
only just begun.
Oh, but I did want to say before we go,
Yeah.
Mega64.com/tour. We are still going on tour. PAX was a nice stop, but we are touring at the end of this year. So get tickets if you haven't. A lot of them are sold out. Mega64.com/tour if you want to see us live in your city. Okay.
I'm really looking forward to that.
Oh, yeah,
I
me too.
can't.
Oh,
Well,
hell yeah.
I'm half scared.
Yeah.
We'll talk about it in the after show.
That's the exciting part.
Thanks for watching, everybody. Stick around for more Mega 64.
Goodbye.